Hey guys, Sauniche here with some Heroes of the Storm action for you. This is a little bit loud, so we are going to lower the sound again. Master volume 15%. We'll drop that down to 12%. Let me also check this volume as well. Nope, that is as low as it goes. So we're going to return to the game now. And let me pause here for just a second, introduce our teams and what we are looking at. On the blue team, we have Malfurion, Zagara, Vala, Arthas, and Tychus. And on the red team, we have Raynor, Nazeebo, Stitches, E.T.C, and Brightwing. This is actually a Hero League game that I played. That is the new draft mode. I apologize for not getting any videos up sooner than this during the beta. During the opening of the beta, I had a very busy week, and also a lot of my videos kind of crapped out. They weren't very good quality, so I wasn't going to upload them. But this is a Hero League game that I played a little while ago. And let's get started. So you see, I am playing E.T.C here. And we also have, let's see, Brightwing has his master skin. Nazeebo running around with the Nexus charger right there. And no really cool skins for either team. Looks like Zagara is having a little bit of a problem there. So to see how this ends up going, game is about to start. I think Raynor is going up top alone, which is going to be really bad for him, given that we're going to have one-on-one on both, or 4-on-1 on both sides. E.T.C swinging up here. And I'm trying to set up my team to take a little bit of, to try and get into the mines as a group. So I think we are hiding out right here. This is something you'll see a lot in the higher levels, is people will hide in the bushes, trying to avoid being detected by the enemy team. Raynor up here, still by himself. I believe he knows that the enemy team is up here. It will be a little bit interesting. Vala comes out. Gets pushed back by that E.T.C stun. But now we have Arthas up here with a 4-on-1, and I'm going to go down immediately right there. Now, oh my gosh! All of my instruments just went flying. That was absolutely crazy. So we have 4 top. Red team is coming up to respond to that. Nazeebo still hiding in the bushes right here. Tychus pushing down the bottom lane. But nice hook right there onto Malfurion. Isn't quite enough to get him killed. E.T.C coming back here up to the top, and blue has just the tiniest advantage moving into this. So Stitch is saying he's gonna hook he's like with the push, and Zagara gets pushed out of there and shoved right into the red team. Goes down almost immediately. We do need to start cleaning up this creep. Zagara will be incredibly strong in there. Nice dodge by Vala on that hook. But red team needs to start cleaning up this creep. Mostly it's the vision that it gives that's really important. Mines are opening very soon. Nazeebo's dealing with Tychus here on the bottom lane. We'll see how this ends up shaping up for both teams. Arthas throwing out a root right there just to see if anyone is in that bush. Catches E.T.C right there. Jumping in, running into all the banelings, but not taking any damage from them. Is E.T.C. Mines are opening here in 2 seconds, and blue is in control of it. No, they are not. Nazeebo with the clutch, zombie wall to push them down. Looks like Raynor gets stuck up, and now he's going to die. And now red is in a world of hurt. 5 are coming down to versus the only 3 inside the mines. Stitches hasn't made it down yet. Nazeebo's going to go down immediately. E.T.C is going to go down as well. You see me shouting right there, 3v5. I realized what was going on. Brightwing blinked up to Stitches, managed to get out of there, but now blue has an almost, has a 1 level lead at this point. Almost 1 full level. It will be 1 full level here just a second. Looks like Brightwing is backing out. We have Raynor coming down after respawning to pick up a few more skulls. And I don't know if they're going to be able... The hook goes off on the Hydralisk right there. That's rather unfortunate. The Arthas coming in, trying to get a couple of shots. They are focusing Arthas down. Never what you want to do. And blue is taking a commanding lead in this game. 1 full level up already. Nazeebo going down as well. Looks like Tychus is coming around, trying to Hearthstone out of there. But 1 last kill from E.T.C. We'll put it fairly even. So it is 56-14 on our skulls at the moment. Arthas goes down, gets smacked in the face by the Grave Golem. And what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to collect skulls at any cost. At this point, the death timers are very short and also extremely valuable. Excuse me, they are very short and not very punishing. But 81 skulls to 19 is not going to go well at all for the blue team. Red is moving up there to try and take the Merc camps. Arthas is coming in, sees what's going on, realizes that he cannot take that alone, so he's going to wait now. I believe E.T.C is coming down here as well, so we're going to have a big team fight over the Mercs. Red is at a major disadvantage going into this, especially with it being 4 on 3, 5 on 3, and their blue now has control of the Merc camps in the middle. Red pushing them, their giants along the top, to counter this 81 skull golem. Oh, very, very strong opening golem from the blue team up here. We'll see how they can use this. Looks like Brightwing is actually having a bit of a problem. She has a crab on her back right now. Looks like Arthas gets grabbed and pulled forward, but that is the wrong person to pull forward, especially when he just activates his aura and deals damage to everyone around him. Looks like we'll get grabbed right there. Brightwing and Raynor both get caught by that root, and Raynor goes down immediately. 8-6 now for the blue team. Red is falling drastically behind. If they can't stop this golem, they will be incredibly behind right now. Oh, looks like the root is coming out, going to grab Nazeebu and Stitches. E.T.C jumps in there, tries to push the blue team back so that the red team can focus on the golem. Very, very nice choice right there, although that is kind of a shameless plug by me, given that I am playing E.T.C. And there comes the root, but it misses. Grabs Brightwing, who's going to die to the root. Stitches as well, almost dying to it. Looks like Vala's moving forward. She might have overextended a little bit. No, she doesn't. Stitches goes down. Arthas with being a boss, but Raynor's adrenaline rush keeps him alive just long enough to get a kill off. Looks like Nazeebu getting focused down here immediately. Now E.T.C can't do anything about this. Brightwing blinking in to help out with the push, and now we have the blue golem moving all the way back to the inner gate. Looks like Red is already calling GG here, and that is actually kind of valid, given that the red golem is still at the outer gate of the blue team, whereas the blue golem is at the inner gate of the red team. It has covered much more of the map. Right now looks like E.T.C is moving forward. Team red now, they just took this watchtower, so blue knows where they are. And now we have, looks like E.T.C right there getting caught out of position, grabs the golem. Not always a bad choice to grab the golem. To pull it into the range of the towers and let it get shot down by your defenses, because normally it can't actually be shot by those defenses. Nazeebu right there trying to grab E.T.C in the zombie wall, doesn't quite get him, rather unfortunate for him. Looks like E.T.C is using his first aid preemptively to move into this fight. Nice grab right there by Arthas, and now the blue team, or the red team, is in a world of hurt. Vala trying to use her ultimate, but I believe she got stunned out of it. Stitches is going to go down here any second now, getting focused very, very well. E.T.C and Brightwing getting grabbed by the root. And now we have Raynor moving back. Ma right there by Zagara, grabbing that really nice trap. And everyone on the red team but E.T.C goes down, and the bottom four is lost here for the blue team. Vala right there, super low on HP. I want a piece of her, but it's not going to happen. Was not meant to be. You can see my team is not happy about how this game is going at the moment. So let's see. Not much going on here. We have the mines opening very shortly. Raynor and Nazeebu coming down. We need level 10 before we can make this fight happen. That's actually going to be a very, very crucial part of this. I don't know if we can do it. It's going to be super close on to whether or not we can make it happen. We desperately need those ultimates. You can see blue already in the mines, fanning out, getting ready for these skulls to come down. Red as well, not fanning out as well, but there's Vala trying to get out of there. She probably will be able to get out. Rooted right there, but no, Vala's now stuck behind the wall, can't get out of there. Arthas coming down as well. That gives Red level 10, which they desperately need. Stitches won't die either. And now they have a 5v3 inside the mines. Unfortunately for them, despite winning that fight and taking that advantage, they are still going to be behind. Looks like Tychus versus Rainer here, but that first aid would have made that 1v1 extremely one-sided. You see Tychus will get away here, most likely. There's Zagara fighting Nazeebu, and Stitches right here gets eaten by the Gorge, and I believe Malfurion healed up Tychus. Yeah, you can see the regeneration going. And Stitches managed to kill Zagara before, or Zagara manages to kill Stitches before she dies. And Brightwing is saying, I love inspecting. I'm not really sure what he's trying to say there. It's like Arthas is on his way down into the mines. Tychus, Vala, and Malfurion have decided to go for the mercenaries. They've realized that they have lost the skulls, and so they're not going to try for more. Red team picks up all of the skulls down here, so 46 to 54. Much more even this time. Arthas out by himself. We realize what's going on. Not going to leave Rainer down there to die by himself. Although I don't think we can stop Arthas. It's going to be pretty close. So let's see. Stitches is AFK, and he was still able to get up despite being quite a bit away. Red needs to respond to the Golem now. You can see they're still not happy. Looks like E.T.C is trying to get away here. Nice. Oh, I was going to say nice hook by Stitches, but it actually misses just off to the side. Blue has full Merc control and the stronger Golem at this point. So fanning out in the bottom of the mines, you can see there is some creep down there. Brightwing goes down for Red, making them go into this fight very, very weak, very down. 2 levels and down their support. The Golem up here is still wailing on the wall, already taking out 1 tower. This tower is out of ammo, so Team Red is actually not going to go very well right here. Nazeebu trying to use his ultimate on Vala. He might know. The grenade pushes him out of the way and saves Vala's life, and Nazeebu's going to go down right there to Tychus. Brightwing trying to blink in and save him, but it is not meant to be. Rainer trying to do as much damage as possible right here to the Grave Golem. Looks like Brightwing is really not happy about how that situation played out. Blue finally picking up the last of the mercenaries on the map, while Red deals with the Golem. So we have the outer fort and versus the inner fort here. It's actually a desperate situation for Red right now, given where the Golem is actually placed at the moment. So we'll see if Blue can come around the bottom. Looks like they do want to force a fight here at the moment. Red team healing up, getting some mana. I'm not sure where Stitches is going right there with full mana. I think he thought we might be just sitting in the fountain, so he wanted to back out. So there are 4 members of the Red team right there. Oh, this is actually, that was a stupid idea for me. I'm not really sure why I thought that was good, but now my team is on the bottom. They don't realize that there's 4 members of the blue team crashing on them from the top, and now there's going to be a 5-on-3 situation happening immediately right here. Stitches is saying, what? He's really pissed at what just went on right there. Mob like Zagara picks up 3 members of the Red team, and it'll be up to me to try and peel and save as many of them as I can. Rainer goes down, so that was not meant to be. E.T.C putting down his wall. Brightwing firing off a bolt right there to push them back. And now with Stitches and Rainer down, trying to defend this fort has become... This is a desperation hold here for Red. If they lose this keep, that'll probably be the end of the game. With no chance to come back, but the Ravaging Spirit from Nazeebu brilliantly placed behind the wall. He cannot be reached by the blue team. Unfortunately, all of that damage is going to go away at this point. Red respawns, so the Ravaging Hero was actually enough to hold. Brightwing blinking out here to Rainer in the forward position. That is actually not where he needs to be. He needs to be in the back line behind the tanks to help out with that. And I'm saying it's a trap because of what's happened here. Red is down in here first. They should set this trap. Rainer goes down immediately. And now if we get most of... with the mosh pit right there, only grabs Vala, so that was rather sad. But if we could have set that trap, that would have been huge. I'm not sure where Stitches actually is. There he finally shows up. Goes down, grabs Tychus, but unfortunately he's going to die immediately after spitting him out. So this is really, really bad for the Red team. So as I was saying, we should have tried to set a trap down there. We knew they'd be coming down. I actually could have started a mosh pit, and they all would have been trapped in it with the Ravaging Spirit. Would have been absolutely huge. So it looks like blue is coming down pretty close. They are going to get almost all of these skulls. It's going to be 84 to 54. Or 84 to 16, excuse me. I don't think there's anything red can do to actually take these. So choosing to go for the mercenaries instead at the which, you know, mercenaries are not nearly as good as the Stitches is saying he's never taking again. But the mercenaries are not nearly as good as the golem, but if you can't get a golem, they are your next best option. Letting the enemy team get the golem and the mercenaries is probably a death. Looks like Zagar's trying to get away right there. Should die before. Oh, but the Maw comes up. Just a split second too late. There's E.T.C and Rainer out of position for to help the rest of their team. Rainer gets grabbed by the rope, but his Banshees do come out doing a ton of damage right there. E.T.C needs to stomp to try and kill Vala right there to get Vala out of her ultimate, I should say. Looks like Nazeebu goes down. Arthas might go down, but not with Army of the Dead up. He just heals himself up, and then Malfurion heals him even more. Stitches popping down onto the bottom. Might get Vala for his efforts, though. No, it's not going to happen. No, does get Vala. Blinks, pulls her right into Brightwing's ultimate up onto the top lane now. Lots of action going on while the Golem wails on the keep. And E.T.C, Brightwing here, desperate, running into the keep. Never a good idea. However, the red Golem took out the fort along on the bottom and is now pushing this tower with a decent creep wave behind him. So that 16 skull Golem is actually doing, doing some work right there. But here's red in desperation mode, trying to kill the Golem before it can do too much actual damage to the core. Once it gets through the shields, this is going to end very, very, very quickly. Here's blue picking up some extra mercenaries. I actually think blue should move in and try and end the game. With those shields down, the core is very, very vulnerable. So this might be a huge mistake by the blue team not moving in here and just finishing the core, getting the mercenaries. A lot of teams don't. This is a big problem with a lot of teams. They don't realize they can end the game when they actually can, and instead they go get mercenaries that don't do any damage. You saw those mercs right there did absolutely nothing. Whereas a 5-man rush onto the core for blue with the shields down probably would have ended the game. So that was a golden opportunity wasted by the blue team right there. So looks like Stitches is up here by himself. Never a good situation to put yourself in. When the rest of your team is in one lane and you are in the other one, that is just not a good position ever to be in. So now we have mercenaries moving across the bottom lane for the blue team. Stitch is completely out of position right here. If blue decides to crash, they might actually be able to get this. Stitches goes down immediately, dies right there. If they just run in, they have an advantage 5-on-4. They need to just rush the core. I don't know what they're waiting for. At the moment, there's Nazeebu throwing out his zombie wall. And now blue is actually spread out. So there's a mosh pit coming in, but immediately gets canceled by the grenade. And now E.T.C with the stone skin is doing some work. So looks like Vala's coming in here, and it looks like Zagara goes down. Vala's ultimate doesn't actually get a kill. It just spreads a lot of damage around. And now blue is at the disadvantage right here. And red might actually be able to capitalize on making something happen here. So Brightwing blinks out onto E.T.C, and they need to stop these. This is really, really bad for the red team. They need to stop these golems right here. But they also need to get into the mines desperately. This is going to be huge. Oh, this is going to be really huge. Oh, boy. This is bad for red. They need to stop these golems, but they also need as many skulls as they can get. Brightwing moving down into the mines. Unfortunately, with 3 blue team members down here, they're going to sweep up these skulls much, much faster. Looks like the golem turning into stone there and falling over. The siege giant, I should say. So it looks like Nazeebu saying it's the end right here. 50 skulls, 54. Looks like Brightwing is picking up another 8. Maybe for the red team's 16 to 54, so that's going to be awfully close. Brightwing by himself right there. However, fires off his ultimate to get out of the way. And now with red outnumbering blue in the bottom. This is going to be pretty close. Now it's even. Both teams have 5 down here in the bottom. So there's Stitches going for the, trying to stop them from getting any more skulls. Eats Arthas right there. Vala separated from her team. That's going to be huge for getting the kill. And the Odin completely useless. Wasn't able to put that off. And now with the Golem attacking the blue team and the Ravaging Spirit going off, doing a ton of damage right there. Arthas finally kills Nazeebu, but it's not worth it. That is the only kill that Red was able to or Blue was able to secure, and I think that they're going to be completely wiped right here. So that is actually huge. No skulls came out. You can see the first drop was right there, and now Blue is able to get the skulls. Looks like Red is actually trying to decide if they need to push or what they want to do right here. So I am fighting the Garden Terror, or the not the Garden Terror, the Golem. Right now, 54 to 22, we should be able to do this. It's going to be pretty close. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any help down here. But I have 16 seconds before anyone on the red team comes back. Looks like Brightwing comes down and decides to try and help me out, which is really, really nice of him. Thank you very much. So, like, Raynor is trying to pick up the Merc camps up here. Really nice. You can hear the animation change that they gave Raynor. He actually has the Marine animation now, which is awesome. So let's see. Looks like Red is actually deciding to defend there. Raynor backs out from the Mercs, realizes the blue team is on their way. So this is actually going to be huge to see where this ends up. 54 to 64 with a big creep wave pushing the bottom lane for Red right as this Golem will be spawning. Oh, this is actually huge for the red team. Well, with Vala coming down, it's not going to be as huge because multi-shot will just clean all these up instantly. And we have blue Mercs moving across the map from every direction. But now Red is attacking the Golem. Looks like Blue wants to dive. They're trying to end it right here. They want to dive the Golem and do what they can. Odin going up before the team fight comes out. It looks like Arthas gets grabbed right there by the Mosh Pit, but Devouring Maw picks up most of the red team. Looks like the nuke coming down on the Ravaging Spirit. Now Furion goes down immediately. The shields just went down for the blue team, and only 94%. You can see first aid right there on Tychus trying to do a little bit of extra damage. The Golem for Red is still actually up. And now 79% right there for Red. They are still in this game. If they can take a really strong Golem, they should be able to do it. Holding this fort is now desperation mode. So pulling that giant in to get shot by the defenses. Very, very nicely played by Stitches. And now we have E.T.C moving up here. And these Golems won't actually do anything. Basically, they just played the deny game. And this Golem is doing half the damage to this fort. Will it get the stomp off? Yes, it will indeed. And one more auto attack. So looks like Nazeebu is back, trying to grab an extra bit of damage here. And if we take a look at our hero and siege damage, everything is fairly even, actually, all around. Blue just capitalized on a very, very powerful early Golem, and Red has been trying to dig themselves out of that hole since the very beginning of the game. This is 4-on-5. Red needs to retreat, like, immediately. Going into this without... Oh, no, Greg. Oh, that's really bad right there. But going into this fight without their 5th player is huge. Nazeebu positioning himself for a Ravaging Maw, going to use the wall to his advantage right now. And now maybe Red can make something happen. Oh, Brightwing and Nazeebu get grabbed right there. But if the Mosh Pit goes off, grabs Tychus and Arthas. Stitches grabs Vala, puts her inside of the... but she blinks out of there and uses her ultimate almost immediately, but it's not quite enough. Looks like Tychus trying to get to Nazeebu and using that Ravaging Maw, but then Odin will not keep him alive long enough. So it is now 4-on-3. Now it's 3-on-3. And with the healer from Red, or from Blue still there, Red needs to retreat. They really can't win this fight. Yet, there goes Stitches down. Nazeebu's going to go down as well. Right here. One more shot should do it. Maybe we can peel. It's going to be pretty close. as to whether or not we can actually do that on his mount now, so we should be fine for him getting away and using the blink to get out of there. So kept him alive and using the sprint. I always love the sprint. So looks like we are in the Hearthstone back now. However, with the skulls coming up here momentarily, this is going to be actually very, very bad for the red team. And they haven't even had the shields regenerate due to the catapults coming in along the top lane. That's absolutely devastating for the red team. So all things considered, this may be the end of the game right here. It's going to be pretty close. It's like E.T.C moving out across the top. With Nazeebu, I don't know what the two of them can really do alone. Maybe pick up as many skulls as possible. That'll be about it. So it looks like Brightwing is now down here to help out as well. If we can catch Zagara out of position, that would be absolutely huge. Forcing, instead of a 5-on-3, which is what we're getting in. Maw misses right there. Raynor coming in from behind. And maybe the red or the blue team can make something happen. Stitches is down, so it is now 5-on-5 again. And blue has actually, or red, excuse me, has actually won a lot of the team fights lately. It may not look like it, 35-22 on the kills, but blue has actually won quite a few, or red has won quite a few of the later team fights in this. So it looks like this is desperation time for red. They know it. They're saying they need to get this kill. And it looks like Arthas, before he can even get his ultimate off, goes down. Odin is absolutely worthless as well. There's Vala in the back. Tychus right here trying to get away. And Stitches is crying, Vala, Vala. He wants that kill on Vala. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Nice win right there for the red team. And this should put it to a 54 versus a 46 Skull Golem. So they were able to recover. You know, not super, super well, but they were able to recover a little bit. And get enough of these skulls that they will be able to hang on here. Zagara's in the mid, already picking up those mercenaries. Now, somebody had gotten there. Maybe Raynor can get there. And nope, not before Zagara can finish this. If Raynor got there, he would definitely be able to steal this. He's just going to be seconds away. And, oh, that is painful for Raynor. Absolutely painful. But with the blink, he might be able to actually kill Zagara here. It's going to be pretty close. Brightwing coming out to help him. And one last shot with the penetrating round does end up finishing off Zagara. Looks like Vala picking up some mercenaries along the bottom. Those giants moving out across the map. And now the red team is also still in desperation mode. Needing to stop this golem from destroying the core. If they can get these shields, if they can kill it before the shields come down, that will be huge. It looks like blue realizing that they actually need to do something about the golem now. They haven't really even attempted to stop the golem at all this game. But with all these mercenaries coming along the bottom for the red team, this will be very interesting to see if they can actually stop it. But now both cores are being hit at this point. These shields won't go down, so this golem's not going to do any damage. But now both golems are in the same position for each team. So let's see, Stitch is saying that they're close to dead here, needing a boss golem, which is absolutely true. So we'll see what the red team needs to make happen here. So they need to wipe. They either need a boss golem or they need to wipe the blue team and just go for the core. So this is actually going to be huge right here to see what happens. Next team fight very well could decide the game. And especially what happens here. Looks like we have some catapults coming in along the top for the red team. E.T.C trying to take a little bit of extra damage right here. So Brightwing is saying we win against them in a fight, which has been very, very true recently. Looks like blue is coming along the bottom. And red realizes what's going on. They are getting in position with no map vision here. Blue needs to back out. This is really, really... Okay, they wisely actually do decide to back out. That was very, very smart of them to play that. And now with red not exactly knowing where blue is, this will be a bit of a tense situation. Both teams are moving around as 5 on the map. So we have... Oh, this is going to be really big. Whoever wins this next team fight definitely is going to most likely take the game. Stitch is running up there. I'm not sure what he's doing. Whiffs on the mosh pit horribly. Oh, Stitches, why didn't you try and hook You just telegraphed that we were there, but Malfurion cut out of position, goes down, and now Blue is without their healer. There comes the Maw. There's the Hungering Spirit. The Maw comes out, but not enough to do the extra damage. Tychus gets pushed out of position, but with Stone Skin and First Aid, he's probably going to stay alive. No, he doesn't. Arthas, does Arthas go down too? Arthas goes down as well. And with the mines opening up, this is huge for the red team. Blue is not going to be able to get almost any of these skulls, or very, very few in any case. So with that team fight right there, that is actually devastating for Blue. They are going to be in desperation mode here. Most likely, yep, Zagara is going straight for the back door, as is Vala, so they know what they need to do. They know they need to get in there and try and get this, try and just burst down this, the keep here before they, try and burst down the core before the game actually starts. But getting through these shields takes a lot more work now. Zagara goes down immediately. Vala trying to get out of there, but with the slow from the extra fort, she runs the wrong way and definitely going to end up dead. Tries to use her ultimate right there, but the blink gets her out of there. So it looks like Blue is actually being attacked by catapults from the bottom. This is going to be super, super close as to what is going on now. Looks like Stitches and Arthas and Tychus moving down to the bottom. So let's see, Brightwing is wanting to help out here at the top, getting the big skulls. Nazeebu picking up the trash along with E.T.C. And now we might have 100-0 Golem here any second now. Stitches wants that last skull across the map. Can't really blame him for that. So we have catapults moving across the top for Blue. Red picking up almost every single skull down here. This is going to be really, really big. Actually, probably what we should have done, potentially. Let's see. Yep, so Red is actually even grabbing the mercenaries as well, so this is going to be absolutely huge for both teams. There's the 100 skull golem, and Blue is going to be coming in here. This is going to be, I'm not really sure how this game is going to go, with both cores being so vulnerable at the moment. Looks like Blue's going for it. They just want the kill. They just want the kill right now. Odin coming up before the game goes up. And the nuke coming out actually hits Stitches right there on the edge. Zagara gets grabbed in. Arthas coming in with his Army of the Dead coming up. And it looks like the Odin goes down. Tychus goes down immediately. Vala trying to use her ultimate. Arthas moving around, trying to get the extra kill with the Golem coming up now. So the shields are down for Red, and this is desperation time right now. I know I've said that a lot, but I feel like it's extremely potent right now. With Tychus going down right there, Arthas going down right there, Stitches grabbing Red. Oh boy, oh, the catapults! You have to kill the catapults! Oh no, this is, one last volley from the catapults is going to, oh, the catapults. The catapults ended up killing that right there for Red. You can see the Golem over here at 45%. So if Red could have held on, the game would have been theirs. So close right there. But very entertaining game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you later. I will hope to try and get quite a few videos up this week. And we will see how that goes.